the safe for himself yet, Sarge?
No. Except that he enjoyed his dinner.
OK, Bernard. Time to start again.
Interview with Bernard Holt resumed at 2:35 p.m. Tape number 2. Interviewing officers, Detective Constable James Carver.
Detective Constable Alan Woods.
I'd like to remind you, you're still under caution. Do you understand that?
Yep.
Good. Now, before we go on, is there anything you'd like to add to what you've already told us?
Nope.
Do you want to change anything you've already said?
Nope.
Janet Mary Easton. Let's talk about her again, shall we?
Look, I've already told you. I don't know. I never heard of her.
Yeah, you were found at a flat.
It was just a flat. Could have belonged to anyone. I've already said that.
The trouble is, Bernard, we still find that hard to believe.
Can you blame us? You see, Janet Easton's gone missing. And we've been told on good authority that she's not the kind of person to go missing. So why don't you save us all a lot of trouble right here and now by telling us?
Telling you what?
What you've done with her.
I haven't done anything with her. I've never met her.
I'm showing the suspect Exhibit JC1. Approximately 2.5 grams of what appears to be cannabis resin. Now, you've already admitted being in possession of this substance.
Yep.
Where did you buy it?
On the street.
What street?
Don't know what street.
All right, so when you scored this, who did you buy it from?
Some kid.
Do you know his name?
Of course I don't know his name. You don't ask, do you? Just needed some blow.
When you said you needed some blow, what exactly does that mean?
Nothing.
Are you trying to tell us that you're dependent on drugs?
No, that's not what I'm saying.
Well, that's what it sounds like.
I needed it because it's cheaper than booze, all right? Lasts longer. It's also less damaging to the body.
What about to the head?
The same.
Oh?
So what are you, Bernard? Some kind of spokesman for all the dropouts?
No.
Living the way you live, advocating the use of drugs, drifting from place to place?
The way I live, it's not a...
What?
Well, it's not a crime, is it?
Well, we don't know that, do we? I mean, you're not exactly community-minded, are you? Copping a gyro once a fortnight, living off the state.
I work when I can.
What, doing domestic cleaning?
Yeah.
So when was the last time you did a day's work?
Don't know, 3-4 weeks ago.
Oh, so you're not exactly going out your way to hack the hassle, are you?
How can I? Times are hard. A lot of people are doing their own cleaning.
Then again, maybe you only work when you feel like it. Just to buy dope.
If you like, yeah. And other luxuries.
Like what?
Like food.
So what'd you do last night, Bernard, eh? Roll up and have a little smoke before you broke into this girl's flat?
I didn't break in.
Oh, no, of course you didn't. Yes, you said the door was off the latch.
Yeah, it was.
Anyway, you had a little smoke beforehand, right? Just to make yourself feel good?
No.
So how did you feel? Randy?
No.
Maybe you've seen this girl before, only you've decided not to tell us that.
That's not true.
Maybe you've seen her somewhere. In the street? At a place of work? Maybe you like the look of her. And thought to yourself, oh, yeah, I could do with a bit of that.
No.
Thank you, bye-bye. Oh, you got your brolly?
Oh, we come back to liaise with CID, sir.
45 minutes into your shift.
CID are anxious to find the missing woman as soon as possible, sir.
Yeah, well, they've picked a bad day for mix and match operations.
Yeah, it's tipping down out there.
I'm not talking about the weather. That doesn't concern me. What I'm talking about is the fact that this relief is short-handed.
Yes, sir.
So I'd like you back on normal patrol as soon as possible.
Sir. Oh, what about the suspect, sir?
Still with us.
Have you ever been in Cotting's department store?
Where?
It's in Davant Street.
No, no, been there. Why?
Because Janet Easton used to work there. She's one of the sales staff.
So?
Now, when you entered Janet's flat last night, Bernard...
Don't say it like that. I entered a flat. It could have belonged to anybody.
All right. When you entered this particular flat last night, what did you do?
What do you mean, what did I do?
Well, did you knock first? Walk straight in, what?
I rang the bell.
Oh, you rang the bell.
Then I waited, but no one answered, so I tried the door and it opened.
And what if someone had been in?
Dunno.
What do you mean you don't know?
Hadn't worked that out. I suppose I would have left it, I don't know, just walked away. How do I know?
Because you were there.
Yes, but I don't determine these things, do I? No one does. I mean, we're not responsible for what we do from one moment to the next, are we? We don't decide.
Then who does?
The planets, of course, it all depends on the way they're lined up.
All right, then. So no one answered, so you opened the door. What did the planets tell you to do next?
I called out, but there was still no answer, so I went in.
Which room?
Kitchen.
So what did you do in the kitchen?
I made a cup of tea and I rolled a joint.
What then?
I just sat there.
Why don't you think your behaviour's a little bit odd?
No.
Well, I do. You walk into someone's flat, you help yourself to their property.
I washed up afterwards and left it tidy.
Still odd in my book.
And mine.
And you see, odd behaviour is something we have to worry about. It's something we always have to look out for when things have gone wrong, when things are a little bit off-centre. And you're like that, aren't you?
Like what?
A bit off-centre.
No.
I mean, not seriously wacky, perhaps, but you've definitely got some of your pages stuck together now, wouldn't you agree?
No.
And because of that, we have to take into account that you may have done someone a serious harm.
Who?
Janet Easton.
Look, I've already said countless times there was no one in the flat. Maybe she stayed with friends.
She didn't.
Then ask around.
We have.
You see, Bernard, by all accounts, Janet Easton doesn't live much of a life. She lives alone. Doesn't communicate with many people, not even her colleagues at work.
Yeah, what's wrong with that?
Doesn't have any boyfriends. Never goes far from home. Until now. You know what my guess is, Bernard?
No, what?
Well, assuming that you did enter the flat when you said you did, my guess is that she came home and found you there.
Well, you guessed wrong.
Then what happened? Did she surprise you? Scare you? Cause you to panic?
No, I never panic.
No?
No, it's not my nature. Anyway, I wanted somewhere to sit down, that's all. Somewhere warm, just for a while.
How long do you call a while?
God, I don't know. I don't believe in thinking about time. It means nothing to me.
But it does to us.
All right, you're conditioned, I'm not.
How long do you reckon you were in that flat?
How do I know?
Did you fall asleep while you were in there?
No.
You sat?
Yep.
For how long?
Look, I don't know, half an hour, a couple of hours. I just don't know. It's of no concern to me.
Well, let me tell you, Bernard. Going by what you told us on our own calculations, you were sat in the chair in the kitchen of that flat for something like 16 hours. Now, does that make sense to you? Because it doesn't make sense to me. This is DC Carver leaving the room at 2:49 p.m.
Interview suspended.
I'm having a right old time of it in there, sir. Trying to get sense out of this fella's like trying to nail jelly to a door.
Who reported the girl missing?
Our employers. She didn't turn up to work for a couple of days, and it's not like her, apparently. She's never let them down. She's always been conscientious.
And been there how long?
About 4 years. The store's personnel manager sent one of the girl's colleagues round to find out what was wrong. The girl made contact with the landlady, who confirmed she hadn't seen her for a couple of days. So the landlady went into the flat and found this fella there.
And he reckons he just walked into the flat, does he?
Yeah, he was just sitting there like it was a park bench.
And what state was the flat in?
It was untouched. There was no damage done. There was no signs of a break-in.
And the SOCO confirmed that?
Yep.
If you'd like to follow me, please.
What about her background?
Oh, she lives alone and she keeps herself to herself.
Have you contacted the parents?
Of course. They live near Poole. She keeps in touch, but she hasn't visited them for about 6 months.
Fine, this is the...
Do you believe this lad's story?
I think he's still got more to say.
We'll get back in there, put him under pressure. Make him tell you.
And there's no one you'd like to contact while you're here?
No.
No family?
No one.
Interview resumed at 2:57 p.m.
And you've had a lot of different addresses.
Yeah, quite a few, yeah.
So where's your hometown, Bernard?
What?
Well, you must have come from somewhere to start with.
Oh, yes, in Kent.
Where in Kent?
Near Faversham. Only I left when I was 16.
Why did you leave?
Dunno.
Problems?
I left because of my mother. I didn't like her and she never had any time for me.
Why?
She was always busy.
Doing what?
She ran a business.
What about your father?
I never knew him.
So is your mother still in Faversham?
No, I was told that she died a couple of years ago.
Do you care about that?
No.
Sounds like she caused you a bit of damage, Bernard.
Who?
Your mother.
No, not really. We make our own lives.
Seems like you had to. How does that make you feel about women in general?
What do you mean?
Well, do you get on with them?
Yeah, of course I get on with him.
You got a steady girlfriend at the moment?
No,
Why is that?
because I move around a lot. Anyway, I don't believe in full-time relationships.
Why?
Because people let you down.
By people, do you mean women?
Yeah, if you like.
And when you say they let you down, do you mean they won't cooperate with you?
No, that's not what I'm saying.
Because you'd prefer them to do something special for you, is that it? Play some tricks, you know? Jump through a few hoops. Is that how you like it?
No.
Is that what Janet Easton wouldn't do for you?
Of course not. She's not the type.
Who's not the type?
This girl.
How do you know that?
Because you've told me. Look, I haven't hurt anyone. I just bought some dope and I walked into her house, that's all. Out of the rain. But now you keep on asking me questions about someone over and over again. Someone I've never even seen. I mean, I don't even know what she looks like.
This is what she looks like. I'm showing the suspect a photograph of Janet Easton. That's her.
Thank you. You must be getting quite used to being here by now, Bernard.
Would it be all right for me to have something in myself?
Well, it depends what it is.
Just a pen or pencil and something to write on.
Oh, yeah. Next time we're down the road, we'll pick you up a writing pad.
Just a bit of paper will do.
How's that, all right?
Yeah, fine.
Pen? No, hang on. You're gonna have to sign for it. You have to sign for everything here, even your soul.
Look, there's no point in getting wound up about the man just because he's sticking by what he said when he was first found at the flat.
Yeah.
And he believes in himself. Doesn't even want to see a brief.
That means nothing.
No, but in my experience, it's always the guilty ones who demand to see a solicitor.
Yeah, well, maybe it's his way of conning us.
Well, by protesting his innocence, no matter what we throw at him.
Why not?
I don't know. He's a free spirit, you know. He's true to himself in his way. But someone who's been badly hurt in the past, and people like that, they have a built-in defensive mechanism. Did you watch his face when you showed him that photograph? Didn't know it, did he? Well, did he? No.
Tosh? Yeah. What you got? Look, a little bit more than we had this morning. This Janet Easton, it appears it's not the first time she's disappeared from home without telling anyone.
You mean she stayed away from home before?
Yeah, once. Her landlady, Mrs. Muir, she just happened to remember that she'd gone away for about 3 days. When? A couple of months back, bank holiday weekend. She thought it was strange she never said anything because they'd become sort of friends. Friends? Well, she felt sorry for her, being on her own all the time. So she went out of her way to be pally.
And she never told Mrs. Muir where she went that weekend?
Nope. Well, she didn't stay with her parents. I ain't seen her for 6 months.
Any idea how long she's lived at that address?
About 4 years, I think. Ever since she started working for Cuttings.
And she's always been alone?
Yes, apparently. The landlady said she struck up 1 or 2 acquaintances. Always attracted to a certain type.
What certain types?
Lame ducks. Bit like herself, really. But the friendships didn't last long.
OK, thanks, Tosh.
That's not all. The landlady told me that the lock on Janet Easton's door didn't work properly.
What?
From the outside. 9 times out of 10 he would if you sort of pulled it really hard, but it was something she was going to sort.
So what exactly was wrong with it?
Well, you know what locks are like, they get out of tune. You think they're working, but they're not. Why didn't the Socco report this? A door that wasn't damaged, that closed all right from the inside, it wouldn't mean anything to her, would it? So, this suspect of ours, it seems his story stands up, doesn't it?
Not necessarily.
I think it does.
Brought you some tea.
Oh, thanks.
Writing your life story?
No, just a letter.
Oh.
Hey, you don't have tape recorders in here, then?
In here, no.
That makes a change, like having your life in a box with that thing just switched on and off. Some people say death's a bit like that.
Like what?
Well, I don't know, just a switch off things being finished for good.
You see it that way?
Nah. Suppose we all go somewhere afterwards. Bit of a waste if we didn't.
Do you mind if I have a look at that? We've just come to have a word with you.
Yes, Sarge?
Have you got enough evidence to charge Holt yet?
For the drugs, yes.
But nothing to connect him with the disappearance of the girl?
Nope.
I thought so. But I think you're going to have another word with him.
Alan Woods and Jim Carver, George, they're still here?
Yeah, in with Sergeant Cryer, June.
Excuse me then.
Yeah, okay, sorry.
Excuse me, Sarge, can we have a word?
Yeah, sure. Go on, you come with me.
While we were asking around, we were approached by one of the sales girls who works with Janet Easton. She gave us quite a different version of Janet's off-duty activities.
How different?
Well, apparently there was a man in her life.
Who?
The girl doesn't know. Some time ago, quite a few personal calls came through to the store for Janet, and naturally the company weren't very pleased.
Apparently, according to this girl, Janet seemed to like the calls even less.
Did you find out why?
Well, no, the girl doesn't know why, except that after every call, Janet seemed very upset.
When you say these calls were made some time ago?
I'm talking about 2 months back.
Just before the bank holiday.
Anyway, then it all went quiet until about 3 days ago when there was another call.
So, whoever this man is, he's decided to turn up again.
Yeah, well, it sounds like it.
Yeah, thanks, June.
Hello, CID. Where? Think you better take this, girl?
Meadows.
You've told us you've never visited Cotting's department store, is that correct?
Yes.
Have you ever had any reason to make telephone calls to the store?
No.
Now, I'm going to ask you this question again. This time, I expect an answer. Do you know Janet Easton?
God, why can't they just leave us alone?
Sit down, Leonard.
People like us.
What do you mean you and Janet?
I mean, what do we do? If we go through life making a lot of fuss and a lot of noise, then they want to know why. And if we want to live quietly, mind our own business, then they still give us a bad time. You just can't win. Anyway, it's her life. If she wants to live quietly and not bother with too many people, then fair enough. She's better off that way.
You told her that yourself, have you?
She doesn't need me to tell her that. She knows. See, she's different. She understands.
Understands? What?
Everything. She's a good person. She'd never let you down.
Where is she, Bernard?
What?
I said, where is she?
I don't know. She's coming home, I expect.
I'm showing the suspect one handwritten note. Did you write this?
Yes.
Would you tell us what it says? All right, then. I'll read a bit of it. Dear Janet, I'm sorry for what has happened. Really sorry.
Well, that's overtime, is it?
Yes, sir, from 2 o'clock. Andrew, I'm returning all uniform personnel I borrowed.
Good. The girl's been found then, has she, sir?
Yeah, dead.
So what have you got to be sorry about, Bernard?
Nothing.
Oh, come on now. This is a letter of apology, right? So what are you apologising for? Because by the look of this was all set to be a very personal letter, am I right?
For the tape, please.
Yeah. To someone called Janet. Now, that just has to be Janet Easton, doesn't it? Or are we talking about another Janet?
No.
No, we are talking about Janet Easton.
For the tape?
Yes.
A girl who, up until now, you said you didn't know. In other words, you do know her, Bernard.
Look, I've already said. Now, why don't you just leave us alone?
Because we're not prepared to leave you alone, Bernard. Not until we get the truth out of you. Do you understand that? So you can forget about the planets for once, eh? Because this is the real world, in here, in this room. So tell us now. Janet Easton, have you harmed her?
Jim, Alan, can I have a word?
Interview halted at 3:46 p.m. Yes, sir.
I've just been talking to Amip. 2 hours ago, a man walked into Tuck Street Police Station and admitted to having murdered Janet Easton.
What? Are they sure about this, Gov?
Absolutely. His name's Nash. He's a haberdashery salesman. He got to know the girl through working at the store. Apparently, he's a bit of a loser, a married loser. His home life and job are all blown out.
A lame duck?
If you like. And it seems that Janet Easton was his idea of happiness, or escape. But she didn't want to know when she found out he was married.
What about this joker in there?
Well, there's always at least one in the pack, isn't there? Nash told Amip he took the girl out for one last talk. It didn't work. He strangled her and buried her. They've just recovered and identified the body.
So when did the murder take place?
The day before yesterday. So your man in there. Either bail him or detain him. But either way, wrap the case up as soon as you can.
Well, you deal with him. If I have to talk to him again, I'll thump him.
Have they found her?
Yes.
Oh, yes.
There you go. This letter. What were you really apologising for, Bernard?
Well, for going into her place, messing up her life.
How have you messed up her life?
Well, all this, all the trouble it's caused.
You don't really know her, do you?
I didn't till I came in here, no, but I do now. I know her well, too well. And you lot are to blame for that.
Come on, Bernard.
Do you think after all this, do you think that she wants to see me?
You know something, Bernard? You're lucky. You're in the best place.
Oh, yeah, where's that?
In a world of your own.
See what they got on them? Open up, please!
Oh, they can't hear you, Gov.
You're in for a nasty shock, then, aren't they? All right, have it down.
What are you doing, man?
Operation Bumblebee. Got a warrant to search these premises.
Oh, what for? You got no right!
Shut up and listen, will ya? That warrant gives us the right to search for stolen property.
You know him?
Oh, yeah. He was December's suspect of the month.
Could do with a window open.
Oh, wipe your nose, Dad. He's sick.
Oh, yeah? And what's this then? Beecham's powders?
What is it, heroin?
Yeah, he hid it up his nose in a panic to stop us getting hold of it.
We'll bag it up, what's left of it. You've got enough gear here to open your own branch of Oxfam. All this stuff belonged to your dad, does it?
The man's ill. You can't suddenly start going through his room like this.
Yeah, it's well out of order, isn't it? It's like having your house broken into.
What are you accusing us of? We ain't stolen nothing.
No, mostly you just fence it, Gov.
What's in the rest of those bags?
Leave me alone, can't you?
Right, talks.
I was hoping he was dead.
He's my dad, right?
Really? You've got my sympathy, son.
You're not gonna find anything. There's nothing in there.
So where is it then, Zorba?
We're Turkish, actually.
Shame dirty clothing ain't on the warrant.
What's in here?
I don't know.
Probably more dirty washing.
Get the hammer.
This is a joke.
This is Operation Bumblebee, pal. We can knock your doors down, pull your floors up. You'd be lucky if we don't take your ceiling down.
Hang on, mate. D.S. Craig, Sun Hill.
What's this to do with?
Handling of stolen goods. Could you put the jewellery back on the counter, please, sir?
You mean this?
Yeah, you've just bought that off this lad, am I right?
It's not stolen, is it?
It's mine.
Can you empty your pockets, please?
No idea.
Oh. Well, this is an interesting tool. What's it for?
It's a screwdriver.
What'd you do, sit on it?
You can produce receipts for these, can you?
Somewhere.
Somewhere. Which finger do you wear the signet ring on, son?
My pinky.
Let's see. Yeah, it's a bit small, isn't it?
Most of the gear's nicked. It's the same old story. It's trying to prove it. I mean, we might find a loser for this, but the rest of the gear's unidentifiable.
All right, get hold of a wheelie bin. Oh, yeah, and don't forget to book in Zorba the Turk down the station.
Go. We searched the lads we saw hanging about outside. Nothing on them.
Well, they were queuing up to get in. They must have had something to say.
Maybe they bunged it when they ran.
Yeah, all right, well, never mind about the teeny boppers. The object of the day is to knock out the big boys. The Fagins, all right?
Sorry, love, we're closed.
You can't turn my customers away. Trade's bad enough as it is right now.
It's got what looks like a smelter at the back, and it's switched on.
It's for scrap.
And you can get rid of the evidence in what, 10, 20 minutes?
It's legitimate. Gold shops have these things.
I thought you specialised in watches.
How are we getting on? Who's this?
Robert Butler, sir.
Oh, yeah, I should have recognised the acne.
Yeah, we got lucky, caught him in the act.
Oh, that's handy. Have we told him?
What?
We've reason to believe you've been handling stolen goods. We want you to provide us with receipts and the necessary paperwork for everything in the shop.
Well, that could take weeks.
I don't care how long it takes. You won't get anything back until we've identified each item and how it was purchased.
What do you mean?
What I mean is, Mr. Lucas, is that we're removing all your stock down to Scannell.
Ah, can I have a quick butcher's? We've brought in a lad, Robert Butler. We caught him selling a gold identity bracelet and a signet ring.
Let's have a look. There was a man. His neighbours reported a burglary, a forced window. Do you remember that one?
No.
Look, here it is. He was in hospital when his house was broken into. Someone may have already followed it up, but at the time they didn't know what had gone missing.
I'm going to sue the Metropolitan Police for every minute my shop's closed.
Go.
I'd think about that first if I were you, Mr. Lucas. You're going to have plenty of time to waste your money on solicitors once we start pressing charges.
The surgeon wants Zorba sent up to the hospital to be checked out. He'd rather be safe than sorry.
Who's going to be sorry?
Well, he reckons he's not fit for interview.
All right. Listen, what have we recovered from this place?
Right, we collected about 24 jewellery boxes, so there's no doubt Zorba's at it. But there was nothing identifiable that we're going to find a loser for.
Hello, Mr. Flynn. I'm PC Ackland. One of my colleagues came to see you yesterday.
What about?
Well, I think you may have still been under sedation. I'm afraid that one of your neighbours has reported that you may have been burgled. Do you own an identity bracelet and a signet ring?
Well, I did, but you're going to tell me they're gone.
Well, do you recognise these?
I should do. I've been paying 14.25 HP on them since August.
Mr. Lucas has been asked to provide proof that the jewellery in his shop was purchased legally and to provide details, receipts, invoices, whatever, to substantiate that.
Your client was arrested today whilst purchasing jewellery, which we now know, it's just been confirmed, was stolen yesterday.
I accept my client may have received stolen goods unknowingly. He bought jewellery off a 16-year-old boy and paid 20 quid for items worth over 100 in bullion. I think he knew what he was doing, don't you?
We're both aware, Sergeant, that that is the crucial element of the case. Now, it's obviously hard to say what was in my client's mind. What is clear is that your response has been excessive.
Now look, we know that your client has been gilding his pockets with bent gear for years. Now if he can tell us where he got this jewellery from, he can continue trading. If he can't, we may have to close him down forever.
You haven't got a heart-shaped earring over there. I've got a set of 3 here.
You come to give us a hand?
No. I've got to contact Lucas's suppliers. See if we can eliminate some of this lot that way.
I thought the DS was doing that.
No, he's paper sniffing. He's with Lucas's accountant. He's going through the VAT returns. So, I'm afraid you two are going to have to sort this lot out by yourselves.
It's just as well. Because we haven't got another diamond earring, have we, Dave?
It's a constant problem for a jeweller. You can't tell. You look at the person, you look at the item. It doesn't have stolen written on it.
What do you usually pay for 9-carat gold?
As little as possible. That's how I make my money. 60 an ounce, roughly.
The items you bought off Robert Butler weighed...
I don't remember.
Did you ever weigh them?
Yes, I would have done.
You paid him £20. They were worth well in excess of 100. How do you explain that?
Oh, that must be a mistake. Must have paid him more than that.
You were observed by 2 police officers. Butler was arrested leaving your premises. The sum total of money in his possession was just over £20. Now, there must be some explanation for why you paid him and he accepted such a small amount.
Must be something wrong with my scales.
My husband's ill.
He seemed fine when we arrested him this morning, Mrs. Lucas.
He suffers from migraine.
I'm sorry to hear that.
His solicitor told me about this morning. I know that my husband never meant to buy anything stolen. And I know he wouldn't buy anything from a boy.
I was told you wanted to see me about something to do with the case.
Well, that's it. It's out of character. I mean, these migraines, they affect his concentration.
His mental state doesn't concern us, I'm afraid.
It blurs his vision, and sometimes he says he sees stars in his eyes.
When he saw Butler, I wouldn't be surprised if he saw pound notes in his eyes. I'll make sure the medical officer is informed of his condition.
I want to see my husband. I've been waiting. Well, nearly 2 hours now.
That's a nice watch. Have you got a receipt for it?
It was a present.
From your husband? Looks expensive. Do you know how much you paid for it?
No, it's a replica. Cost about 20 quid.
You got any idea what the going rate for gold is, Robert?
No comment.
9-carat gold's worth about £70 to £75 an ounce. Do you know what he paid you? We worked it out. Just over a tenner an ounce. Seems a bit out of order, doesn't it?
No. No comment.
You made 20 quid on the deal. He was going to make over 120 quid. It's not bad, is it? I mean, add that up over a month, he must have been making a fortune out of you.
You're trying to put words in his mouth.
I'm trying to help your son not take all the blame, Mrs. Butler. I want to know if anyone encouraged him.
Everyone gets into trouble when they're young. You go out nicking apples or something. Robert just went a bit too far. He's not a criminal.
Not yet, he isn't, no. But if you don't help him to sort himself out, one moment you'll find he's in puberty, the next in Pentonville.
What do I do here? Yeah, well, we'll get you sorted out and pack you up, I expect.
Oh, the hospital sent him back, have they?
Oh, can you blame them, Jenna? I go home now. Yes, eventually, I expect. Here we go.
Wait, this one. Oh, that's nice.
You haven't got any receipts for anything like that, have you?
Oh, no, you'll have to ask Dave.
Gov, I've got to appear in front of a judge and explain why we lifted everything from the shop. Lucas has issued a writ he intends to sue.
The courts will defer it till after the criminal case, won't they?
What criminal case? I've only got one piece of evidence. Hope you lot will come up with something.
Yeah, this. If those diamonds are real, that's got to be over £5 grand's worth of watch. I caught Mrs. Lucas wearing it. It was a pressie from her old man.
Does she know where he got it from?
No. I just got back from Lucas's accountants. According to his VAT returns, he's only just about breaking even. There's no way he could afford to give her something like that.
When was it bought?
You can't remember.
Another one with Alzheimer's. Right, let's get a Section 18 and go and turn their house over. That'll give them something they won't forget.
This is vandalism.
Mrs. Lucas, is there a hatch for the loft or the extension?
No, I don't think so. No, there's no way up there.
Yeah, well, we have to get in there somehow.
How?
A Metropolitan Police loft conversion. All right.
Do you know you can freeze smoked salmon?
I suppose so. It's fish, isn't it?
Did you know you could freeze these? It's a Cartier
Where was it?
and the frozen peas.
That's very generous of Burnside.
Gov?
What?
The boy, Robert Butler. I've had the Sockos report back on the break-in. You know, the gold identity bracelet and ring he was picked up on?
Go on.
The window was forced with a 5mm implement.
Oh, don't tell me. The screwdriver he was arrested with at the time? I could have told you that in the first place.
No, Gov. I've been through the records and discovered 3 other burglaries where a similar implement was used.
Really? Well, that's a few more burglaries cleared up, I suppose.
I thought that would be a good result.
Well, I'm sure the Chief Superintendent will be delighted. We'll put it to Butler before he's released.
Another replica, is it? Strange place to keep a watch.
Didn't want burglars to find it.
Oh, you didn't want us to find it. Can't do the watch much good.
Defrosts and works perfectly.
You got a receipt for this one, then, have you?
An interesting collection of jewellery boxes was discovered in your flat.
I got them in the car boot sale.
Where's that?
I don't know. I think I must have been out of it. I'll come back with all sorts of strange things.
Got all the old answers.
Well, it's too late to think of any new ones, isn't it?
Apart from the boxes, we discovered 26 items of jewellery.
Oh, dross. I ain't got the money to buy the nice stuff no more.
We're talking about stolen property.
Are you just talking, Mr. Burnside? I ain't saying nothing. You can see, I'm just an old man.
You seem very popular with the local kids. They queue up outside your door.
Yeah, the young people, they're very good to me.
You get a living off them.
They come to me for advice.
Mr. Zorba's property.
My name is Hassan, no Zorba. I'm Turkish, all right?
To admit, it's a good nickname, though.
I hope you're going to give me a leave. I can't go home on the bus with all this.
Why not? You worried you're going to get robbed?
Oh, come on. I ain't got the money for a cab.
We're only releasing you because we haven't got enough evidence. It's bad enough we have to give it back. We're not going to provide the transport as well.
You going to sign for this, or what?
Hang on.
Zorba's a broker. He places things for people. Well, he ain't got the bankroll to do anything else. And the condition he's in, I don't suppose he does much of that anymore. Like he says, he advises people. Probably tells them where to take things.
To people like Lucas.
Yeah, in return for which he gets a few favours, most of which goes up his nose.
Can't we do him for possession? Zorba, I mean.
A registered addict, courts aren't interested.
Well, somebody's putting this stuff Lucas's way. You don't get a Cartier walking in off the pavement, not in Sun Hill.
There's got to be some way we can trace that.
According to Cartier, new it would cost in excess of 10 grand.
You can buy a car for that.
Current prices, you could buy my flat for that.
I spoke to a woman, the archivist. I phoned Pearce and they put me in touch with her. Apparently, they keep records of the sale of every watch in excess of £5,000. But there's a number on the inside of every watch. I gave her the number and she gave me the address of the original owner. Unfortunately, he's ex-directory, but he lives out in Epping.
Well, I think you deserve a drink.
Not when he's driving. You can have a packet of those to eat on the way. Come on.
Sorry to drag you out the pub. I think I found a link between Zorba and Lucas. I found an earring in Zorba's property.
Is it?
And there's the match. It was in Lucas's shop. I was just making sure we hadn't missed any other links.
It doesn't get us anywhere.
It proves that Zorba's using Lucas as an outlet.
Unless we've identified them as stolen, it doesn't prove anything. Except that both men have the same taste in earrings.
I could do with a few houses like this on my beat.
After this, mate, you won't want to go back on the beat. As part of our inquiries, Mr. Scales, we've recovered a Cartier watch, which, according to their records, was originally purchased by you.
That's right, I did buy a Cartier, but I've sold it.
When was that, sir?
Oh, heavens. A year, maybe less, maybe 6 months ago.
Do you remember who you sold it to?
I think he might have been a dealer. I didn't really care. I saw an advertisement in the classifieds for a buyer. He agreed to meet me in town in my place of work.
Does the name James Lucas mean anything to you?
No, why?
No reason. Obviously, we need to know who the watch was stolen from. How did he pay you for it?
I asked him for a banker's draft. I didn't want to carry that much cash in my pocket.
Well, we need to contact your bank, see if we can trace that draft. Can you tell us the account number it was paid into?
It's in my study.
Contact his bank first thing in the morning.
I thought when he said dealer, I thought it was going to be Lucas.
Morning, sir. Morning. Lucas's solicitors offered to drop the suit against us if we drop the action against his client.
Well, I can tell you what Frank will say to that.
Right. Bit early in the morning for biological language.
The banker's draft was bought over the counter.
Bit unusual for that kind of sum, innit?
Gov, we've drawn a blank on who bought that watch. Well, the draft was exchanged by the bank for cash at a branch in East Ham. That's all we know.
Who'd have that kind of money lying around?
It's got to be a dealer.
Yeah.
Well, do you want us to get on with other inquiries then, Gov?
Yeah. Hang on. A bloke who walks in off East Ham High Street and pays for a banker's draft with 6 grand in readies. What do you reckon? Can't have come far, can he? Get me the number of East Ham Nick.
The collator from East Ham is trying to be helpful. I'm not sure what you need to know, but he's faxed this across. He's confirmed that a Cartier was stolen from a Joseph Stenning, a local jeweller and dealer in watches. Stenning was found dead. He was beaten to death following a fight.
Yeah, I think our governor got most of this over the phone.
So the theft of the Cartier is linked to the murder.
According to East Ham, a murder squad are on their way over here.
Well, the DIL want to interview Lucas before they arrive.
Things have hotted up since yesterday, Mr. Lucas. This is now part of a murder investigation.
Is this meant to wind me up?
How well do you know Joseph Stenning?
What is this?
Answer the question.
Well, he's in the trade, isn't he? I mean...
He's dead. He was murdered. But you knew that, didn't you?
Well, I'm seeing for... I don't know. What's this got to do with me?
Prior to his murder, he had recently bought a Cartier watch.
Where's all this coming from? I had nothing to do with it.
Well, then perhaps you can explain how this same watch was discovered in a freezer in your kitchen.
I don't have to answer any of these questions without my solicitor.
I'll give you some free advice. I'd think very carefully before you say anything.
I didn't kill him. I bought the watch off somebody. I didn't even know it was his.
Who'd you buy it from?
Don't believe this.
Who? You do realise you could be charged as an accessory to murder, don't you?
No, I didn't know anything about it.
You knew the watch was stolen?
Yes, but... Well, he's just a kid. I didn't know.
All you were interested in was a profit, right? Never occurred to you you could be getting involved in a murder.
Alice has managed to get hold of the Suckers report on Joseph Stenning's death. The implement used to gain entry to his flat had a width of 5 millimetres. That's an exact match for the one Butler used on the rest of his jobs.
We need to have a word.
What's going on?
Robert Butler, I'm arresting you for the murder of Joseph Stenning, right? You don't have to say anything unless you wish to do so, but anything you do say may be given in evidence. You better get dressed.
Where are your clothes? Upstairs?
In my room.
Go on in.
What have you done?
Don't go into one, Mum.
You what? You don't listen to me, do you? How many times have I told you this was going to happen?
I had to.
This is serious, Robert. They're going to put you away.
He would have recognised me. I had to do it. He was giving me bad deals.
I hate you.
I was only going to nick the watches. He'd have been all right if he hadn't come back.
You said you knew him, yeah?
He used to think stuff, didn't he? Had loads of gear off me. He was just ripping me off.
Hello. Well done, Frank. Good result for Bumblebee.
Well, one live Fagin, one dead Fagin and one murderer. Not bad for a second week.
Well, it's worth smashing a couple of doors down, Phil.
Thank you, sir. Oh, sir. I thought that next week we might concentrate on trying to get the support of the public. I mean, it would be a big help to us if people would start marking their property. Save on budget and all.
Oh, good. You're getting to be quite a diplomat, Gov.
Yeah, well, if we save on budget, it means we can go out and buy a few more sledgehammers. And some circular saws.
Mr. Nibber and Johnny?
Yes, through here.
Any trouble?
Trouble?
We were told you thought he was dangerous.
Who?
The man you detained.
Oh, he's a she. I said on the phone she was strange, not dangerous.
Strange? How?
See for yourself.
Jim.
Barry.
What have you got for us?
I don't know yet, mate. I saw her near the drugs counter at about 2:20 this afternoon. She looked, well, strange.
In what way?
Sort of vacant. She picked up a couple of bottles from the shelf and wandered onto the street. I challenged her outside and brought her in here.
She sell these?
Paracetamol, both bottles. I wanted to give her a warning, but she doesn't answer.
So you want us to charge her, then?
To begin with, I did. But I think there's something wrong with her. Perhaps if you would talk to her.
Yeah, I don't see why not. Anything you want to say to us, love? About a name?
I'm PC Data from Sun Hill. What are we going to call you?
Tell us your name, love. It's all right, it's all right.
She's frightened. It's okay, love.
I don't know if she's all there.
We better take her in, see if we can sort something out.
We're going to take you to the police station, all right? Yeah.
Hello? I want to make a complaint.
Yes, sir.
About this woman lives over the road from me.
What's she done?
She's got this boyfriend.
Oh, yeah.
And he's parked a truck outside my place.
Oh, and it's causing an obstruction?
Yeah, if you like. It's one of those freezer jobs and there's something wrong with it. It rattles, makes a terrible racket, and it's been going on all night.
Yeah, I'm sorry, sir. Noise complaints in our department anymore. You'll have to try the local council. You know, environmental health.
Well, how long do you think that'll take? Look, I just want someone to have a word with him, get him to move it.
Oh, I'm sorry, sir.
Look, it's been driving me up the wall.
Yeah, I do understand.
No, you don't. You haven't had to hear it all night. Now, I'm not going anywhere until you do something.
Yeah, all right, sir. I better have your name and address.
Harrison.
So what do you reckon? No ID, no coat, no money. She hasn't spoken? Not a word, Sarge. She can hear, can she?
I think she almost spoke a couple of times on the way to the car. She seems less nervous with me. Well, she could be in shock, I suppose.
Or another one of your mental patients being helped back into the community.
Right, you better contact SO5 to see if there are any missing persons listed fitting her description. But try the local hospital first, Barry.
Sarge.
Head case going wobbly and the next to last thing I need.
If that's all she is...
What, you're not sure?
I don't know, Sarge. She was stealing paracetamol. She could have meant to do herself some damage.
Well, maybe she had a headache.
2 bottles. I think she's afraid of something. If she could talk to someone she could trust. Right, here we are. Do you want a cup of coffee or something? Must be cold without a coat. Right. Why don't you tell me what happened this morning? Did you leave your money behind? And your keys? Or were you robbed, attacked? Is that it? Is there someone we should contact to tell you're here? What about a husband? It's okay. Are you injured? Let me see. Sarge, I think someone's been having a go at her.
Has she said so?
No, but she's marked all down her arms. Could be all over her body, too.
Do we know who she is yet?
No, not yet. But I am getting somewhere. She's willing to see the surgeon.
Right. Nice one, Norika.
Yeah.
You're not missing anyone of that description.
When I can.
But tomorrow?
No, thanks to
Next
your
week? Did you hear that? I can't some of you lot get off your butts and out on the beat.
Excuse me, please. I'm busy.
You can't be bothered, can you? None of you.
Look, mate. Next time you want to let off steam, do it somewhere where you won't get up anyone's nose, right?
Right, Mr. Harrison, that is your lot.
You're not listening to me. Or you. I want a word. Yeah, you. Problem, Reg?
Yeah, he's got a truck parked down his road, sir. It's got a Rattly refrigerator unit on it. I've told him someone will have a look, but, well, he's just been unreasonable.
Where is it?
It's Tolman Road.
That's 5 minutes from here.
All right, I'll send someone down when I can.
Well, that's what he said. Wait!
When an officer becomes available.
Oh.
I'm not putting you off, sir. I haven't anyone available just now, but I'll get someone down there this afternoon, all right?
Yeah, all right. I just want some peace, that's all.
You can finish getting dressed now. I don't think any bones are broken.
Well, what about these?
Well, she has been beaten on her arms and legs as well. Possibly with a walking stick, something like that.
Is that right? Has someone been beating you? Was it your husband? We can help, you know. We can help to find somewhere for you to stay. You're going to have to talk to me. You're going to have to tell me your name.
My name is Anne.
I'm Norika, by the way. Do you have another name, Anne?
I do, yes.
What is it?
Douglas. Anne Douglas.
Well done, Norika. We're not pressing charges, are we?
Not for the shoplifting.
Good, I let Barry know we have an ID for her.
Husband's dished out quite a beating, Sarge. It's a classic domestic.
Let me guess. She won't testify against him.
Well, we haven't got that far yet. I thought, with her experience of the domestic violence unit, this might be one for Kathy, if that's okay, Sarge.
Yeah. Good thinking.
And this is Kathy Marshall.
Hi.
It's okay if she sits in with us, isn't it?
Do you take sugar?
No.
Oh, good, I forgot it. Eureka tells me you've been having some pretty bad trouble. Well, we're here to help. And if you just want to talk about it, that's fine. But maybe we can offer advice too.
Oh, thank you.
Now, the manager at the drugstore doesn't want to take any further action, so that's one less thing to worry about.
I've not been arrested then?
Oh, no, nothing like that. You're free to go whenever you want.
Go. Back to him.
You mean your husband?
I can't face him again. I just can't face him.
Yeah, we've got time for another one, George.
Yeah, great, yeah. Oh, Barry, if you've time on your hands, perhaps you wouldn't mind doing a little job for me.
Well, I was going to...
That representative from the local noise abatement society we had in the front office.
Sir?
Take a look at the fridge unit he was complaining about in Tolwyn Road.
It's probably gone by now, sir.
Then check it has gone. Mr. Harrison says it makes enough noise to wake the dead.
I thought noise wasn't our problem anymore, sir.
It's also an obstruction. Just do it, Barry. It'll take 2 minutes. Look upon it as a PR exercise.
Sir?
Take George with you.
Long time ago, was it? Scotland?
Seems like it.
How long?
About 3 years.
You haven't lost your accent. Whereabouts are you from?
Near Aberdeen. Well, I mean, that was the last place.
Do you still have family there?
Yeah.
Brothers, sisters?
No.
Just your parents?
Yeah.
Do you visit them often?
Never.
Oh, you didn't like it there?
Maybe. Before I grew up.
Was it hard for you?
What?
Growing up?
Yeah. Mum and Dad are very straight, religious types. They still treat me like I'm a kid.
In what way?
Never let me make my own decisions. When he came along...
You mean your husband?
He was the first man to show an interest. Made me feel sort of alive. Oh, Mum and Dad hated that.
So you came south to get away from their possessiveness?
I was determined to show them I could stand on my own 2 feet.
How did you feel about coming away?
Oh, it was exciting.
Because you were doing what you wanted?
Partly, aye. But his talk could lift you up like something solid.
Go on.
Well, when he couldn't get work down here, things started to go wrong.
Is that when he became violent?
Oh, not straight away. He drank a lot. I told him to stop.
And he hit you?
First time, he was as shocked as I was.
So what did you do?
Oh, I stuck at it. I was determined to make it work.
Take your time, Anne. It's okay.
Well, I don't want that anymore. I want it finished.
You say when he hit you before, you still wanted to make the marriage work. What did he do to change that?
He humiliated me.
How?
Well, he's got somebody else.
You sure?
Doesn't even try to hide it. He used to. Unbelievable excuses about why I was late or why I could smell her perfume.
Well, you chose to accept them even though they were unbelievable.
Doesn't even let me do that now.
So what happened?
Well, he came in last night. It was around 1. He was angry.
Angry?
I don't know why. But when I asked him if he'd been with somebody else, he just said, yeah, he was proud of it.
And then?
Well, both of us snapped. He started laying into me. I mean, not just a slap, I mean, really vicious. The worst it's ever been.
What exactly did he do?
Just beat me like a dumb animal. When it gets that bad, you have to stop it somehow. Don't you?
See what he means, though, can't you? Yeah. You again? Yes, sir. Do you know where the driver lives, sir?
Lives? No. I know where he stayed last night, though. On 106. It's Phillips.
Right, thanks. Oh, just one more thing, sir. If you knew where the driver was, why didn't you ask him to move it?
It's better coming from you, isn't it? It's your job.
Can you believe people like that?
Brain bypass, I reckon.
Yeah, too right.
If he wouldn't slap me down every time I have a thought of my own, if he'd just show me some respect.
And stop seeing other women?
Yeah, that too.
How long has he been beating you?
2 years, maybe.
It's a long time. Haven't you thought of leaving him before this?
Well, I just wanted to...
Prove something?
Yeah.
Who to, Anne?
To Mum.
Mum and Dad. Is that why you can't go home?
They told me. They knew it wouldn't work out.
Isn't it more important to prove something to yourself?
It might be worth getting away for a while. If you did, maybe you'd see things differently.
Get some distance, you mean?
Yeah, think about it. Do you have any children?
No.
Then you're not responsible for anyone but yourself.
No. I could do that. Couldn't I? I could leave and be on my own.
Miss Phillips?
Well, what do I owe this honour to?
The
Truck parked over there. I believe the driver's staying here.
Had complaints, have you? You better come in.
Right. Thanks.
Well, Kathy can fill you in about the DVU.
What's that? It's short for Domestic Violence Unit. It's a specialist police department. I can put you in contact with them and they can give you help and advice on what to do next. They could also bring a prosecution against your husband for assaulting you.
It's a lot to think about, but the theft at the drugstore was a cry for help, wasn't it?
Can't I? It'd be like nothing had happened. I could just leave the past behind.
That's more like it.
I could get a job. A place of my own where I could do what I liked.
Yes.
Yeah, I've always wanted to go to America. Travel around, do all sorts of things.
But one step at a time, eh? As Kathy said, it's the refuge we should think of first.
Yeah. Yeah, of course.
So is he here then?
Who?
The driver of the truck,
Oh, no, he left last night.
but not in his vehicle.
Well, he only has to walk round the block.
Well, his fridge unit's making a hell of a racket. It's not surprising the neighbours are complaining, is it?
Harrison. He's been acting like a prat for the last 3 months. Oh, help yourselves to sugar.
Thanks. So. Do you know where we might find the driver then?
No.
Well, what's his name?
He's just Steve to me. He doesn't come here to talk. That's what that prat John Harrison can't stand.
Sorry?
Well, the truck's a constant reminder to him.
Of what?
Someone's taken his place, of course.
What did you make of her reaction to the DVU?
Well, good at first, but then she went weird, like it's not quite real.
Yeah, it's good to see her thinking ahead, but all that stuff about travel, like a kid.
Maybe it's how she copes.
Yeah.
The thing to do is get her settled.
Right. Anne, if it's okay by you, we'll see about getting you in contact with the DVU.
I've had second thoughts. I'm really not sure.
It's a difficult decision, I know, but it's definitely the right one.
I'm starting to have second thoughts.
What about?
All of it. I think I can cope with this on my own.
I don't think that's a good idea.
No, I've made up my mind. I want to go home.
He must have realised that there was something wrong with it. It's loud enough in here.
Yeah, he should have taken it away by now. He'd had a few too many when I asked him to go. It was late. He's all right.
Why shouldn't he be?
Well, he had a bit of a sulk on.
Yeah?
You must know, he said he wanted to stay with me for good. I told him that's not what I want. We had a kiss and a cuddle, but he still seemed touchy when he went back to the missus. Oh, don't look like that. I mean, what harm's it do anyone? Anyway, not they say. Bit on the side spices things up at home.
Sarge, Anne Douglas, she wants to go home.
What?
Yeah, 1 minute she was all for the refuge, then a complete switch.
She wants to go back to her husband.
Who knows what state she'll be in next time?
She was contemplating suicide, wasn't she?
Yeah. I want to go back with her, check her circumstances.
OK. Maybe she'll change her mind when she gets home. Mrs. Douglas, PC Datta's offered you a lift home. Mrs. Douglas?
Oh, are you talking to me?
I said PC Datta's offered you a lift home.
Oh, I'd prefer to make my own way.
It would be better if you had a lift.
Well, I don't want to put you to any more trouble.
It's no trouble.
Well, if you're sure you don't mind.
Thanks for the coffee, Miss Phillips.
Sonia.
Right.
Well, I'm sorry I couldn't help you any more, Barry. Perhaps sometime in the future, eh?
Yeah, goodbye, Sonia.
Goodbye.
Blimey, wish Monroe had seen that. Public relations or what?
It's the kind of relations I could do without. Anyway, what's the matter? Not jealous, are you?
Not exactly, no. But you're well in there, Barry.
I'll be all right now, really.
Well, if your husband's not home, you'll be locked out, right?
My neighbour's got a spare key.
Well, which flat? We better make sure she's in.
Look, I'm very grateful, but you've done enough. OK?
Anne, I have to make sure you're going to be safe. Come on.
Oscar 577 receiving.
Okay. Go ahead, Barry.
Yeah, can you get on the blower to Red Croft Food Hauliers?
Tell them to send one of their drivers to Tallwyn Road. One of their trucks is keeping the neighbours away. They're local.
The number is 081 555 0292.
I'm on it now, Barry.
Cheers, Dave.
Your married name's Warwick, is it?
I don't want to use it anymore.
There isn't a neighbour, is there?
No.
I could break the glass and let you in. Well, we do it all the time.
Look, it won't bother me now. That's the way it always is. Big rows, lots of shouting and hitting, and then the lull after the storm. I'll be all right. Please, leave me alone.
Sierra Oscar 85 from Sierra Oscar receiving.
Receiving?
Yeah, we've got a disturbance. Can you attend, please?
Whereabouts?
You won't like it.
Tallwyn Road. 2 blokes fighting near, you've guessed it, a parked truck. What you been doing down there?
Is this a wind-up?
No, it's kosher.
You're all right, ETA, 2 minutes.
You've no right to do that.
I'm only helping you in.
For God's sake, can't you stop interfering?
It's quite a mess.
He's not here. He's gone.
I have to be sure everything's okay.
I'll need to get busy, tidy things up.
That man's enough of Barry. Harrison, stop that hammer there! Stop that hammer! Come down! Kill you!
Harrison, you're nicked. I have to quarter you. You don't have to say anything unless you wish to do so, but what you do say may be given in evidence. Do you understand?
Are you all right, mate?
Yeah, I think so. It's my arm.
Well, so what's the story then?
I get a call from Europe, come and pick it up. When I get here, this loony's having a go at it.
When you'd explained that you'd come to collect it, yeah?
Yeah, he wouldn't listen. Takes one look at me and goes berserk, shouting about his woman. I don't know what he's talking about.
Well, so you're not lover boy Steve then, no?
No, I don't know where Steve is. I'm Paul Collins.
Can you drive with that arm?
Yeah, I reckon it's just a bruise.
It's assault. Do you want to pursue it?
Yeah. And what about the damage he's done to the truck?
It'll be added to the charge. Now, I want to speak to this Steve bloke. Do you know where he lives?
Yeah, in the flats over there. I tried giving him a ring, but I reckon the phone's out of order. I can show you the way. I'll come back for this later.
All right, you in the car. Come on, mate.
I'm not being ungrateful, Marika. Just let me sort this out my own way, please.
What makes you think you can after all this time?
Things are different now.
Why are you so keen to get rid of me?
I just want to be left alone.
What's in there?
Please don't!
Looks like somebody's beaten us to it.
Which one?
There, 40.
Okay. Don't let these two take a pop at each other while I'm gone, George.
It's real. I thought I dreamed it. I couldn't be sure. I thought if I could just get back here, maybe I could start again.
Why didn't you tell me?
I didn't know what was going on. When you started offering help, it didn't seem to have happened.
Yeah, who else we got at Monia Court?
Narika, Sarah, that shoplifter you bought in earlier. Turns out it's a domestic.
Oh, right, yeah. Okay.
When he came in, he said we couldn't go on. He was going to leave me for her.
Go on.
He was sobering up in the bath. I plugged the fire in and went into the bathroom. He shouted at me. I just threw it and ran. This is what he beat me with. Look, just let me get away and make a fresh start, like you said.
I can't do that, Anne.
I've never laid a finger on anybody before. But if I had the choice, I'd do it again to get away from him. He taught me this. How you fight?
I have to arrest you, Anne, for the murder of your husband.
He deserves
I must
it.
caution you that you do not have to say anything unless you wish to do so, but what you say may be given in evidence.
I don't deserve to be punished for this. You said I could start again.